Hi, my name is Anoche, and for my book report, I am covering Chef Kim M. Eckerman's The Crazy Life of a Female Chef. I was really excited to start this book because I wanted to know about how she documented her life and what she experienced. I didn't so much take a lot of advice or, wonderful, wise words of wisdom, anything like that. It's more like, okay, she documented what it's like to be a female in the industry. I want to hear about it. I want to know what to expect as a female in terms of what I might encounter. I'm not sure if I'm going to encounter it. I probably already encountered it already. So let me start from the beginning. Chef Kim M. Eckerman was a student at the Culinary Institute of America in the late 70s. At that time, there were only two culinary schools, Johnson Wales, and then CIA. She met her husband there. They got married, moved to Lake Tahoe because there's a lot of opportunity in the industry. When you get married, that's always on your mind. Where can I make money? And then there's the plans of starting a family. And she does, which is great. She does work a series of jobs, restaurant jobs, bistro jobs, you name it. I think she worked in a deli. She's worked in grocery stores. And then she was pregnant the whole time. 3 times, to be exact. I really admire that about her because I'm always questioning whether I can have another child or whether I can handle another child going to school and working at the same time. And she had 3. So now I believe I can do it. I'm more inspired by this book than anything. She also talks a lot about the sexism that occurs. And the thing to really understand about being a woman in the industry, there is going to be preferential treatment for men, for the most part. If you work for Chef Leanne Wong at Cocoa Head, of course, most likely she will prefer women, depending on the circumstance. But I see it already. There's sort of like the safety blanket and familiarity when working with men. Another thing is, she does mention that she prefers not working with women because they get too emotional, which is true. But men get angry. That's another way of being emotional. For some reason, the kitchen feels comfortable with a man punching his fist against the wall and creating a hole, rather than comforting the woman when she cries. Don't ask me why, that's just the way it is. But with that said, as a mother, I notice that children usually prefer to be with their moms, especially at a young age, as a newborn, and not with men. And that's just the way it is. The reason I bring that up is because I'm always wondering if I can, once again, have another child. And if I can balance being the breadwinner. I believe she was the breadwinner in this book. Her husband ended up retiring as a banquet chef and collecting disability. So she was the only one working, and she worked 5 days a week, 12-hour days, you name it. And her husband was a stay-at-home dad, which is I found very interesting. I believe this occurred in the early 90s, where it was sort of moving towards men being stay-at-home dads. I think nowadays, being a stay-at-home dad is a lot more common than the late 80s, during the late 80s and in the early 90s. Now it's sort of second nature. Back then, maybe it was a little unusual. But once again, it gave me hope. My husband is also a stay-at-home father, and he supports me in this industry, and I'm truly, truly grateful, just like she is truly grateful of her husband. What I do find interesting about this book is that when you read about her wonderful life of being a cook and then being a chef and owning her own restaurant, getting married and having these 3 children, you think, oh yeah, happy ending. Yay, you're going to see unicorns and rainbows. But what ended up happening when she opened up her first restaurant is that her husband dies of congestive heart failure and leaves her alone to raise her youngest son, 13-year-old son. her two older sons are already graduating out of the house. And actually, one of them worked at the restaurant. But as a mother of a 13-year-old who no longer has a father, it's a lot of responsibility to run a restaurant and then having to take care of your needs and your grieving process along with your youngest child's grieving process as well. So she also mentions her restaurant closes and that she's currently unemployed. And that's just the reality. I think people have to understand, if you go to culinary school, you're not going to graduate as a chef. You're probably going to work in a minimum wage, $8. Now it's like $9 an hour job here in Hawaii. And that's just the way it is. And then you might open a restaurant, you might get fired, and that's just part of reality. For example, if you ask me if I want to be a chef, my answer to you is hell no. No. Do I want to from 10, 15 years from now? I don't know. I could get sick. I could die. I really don't know. But if you ask me right now if that's what I want to do, no. Because I'm not qualified. So I'm not thinking about it. And I don't plan on thinking about it. I just want to go to school, I want to raise my kid, and I want to be happy. And that's what I really like about Chef Kim, because she just talks about her family and documents her life and all these wonderful experiences and all these wonderful recipes, which she actually has in her book as well. Anyway, that's my book report. I just wanted to share a little bit of it, and I hope I get to read some more of her work and maybe purchase her cookbook. Thank you. Signing off.